Let's do it, but before starting today's story, I have a complaint with you people, and I am making this complaint to you people again and again. I work so hard for you guys and bring the story. Now the story that this brother has sent today is like this. I have sent that if I had narrated it to you as it is, you would not have understood anything, hence the story is being told in this way. I am presenting it to you in 154 words so that you can understand it easily and enjoy the story and this. It takes a lot of hard work and time to prepare each story. It takes about 8 to 10 hours. Now I will tell you. I work so hard for you people because I care about you. I know the story will reach you all before evening. Because you people wait for the story at bedtime, but you people don't think about me at all. This is all I have for you. I just request that many of you watch the video completely, but neither do you comment and tell me that you liked it. How did you like the video, and why don't you subscribe to the channel? If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel because this is your small video. Support encourages us to bring you stories like this, and even if you don't like the video, let us know in the comments. Debit what's wrong with this video so we can improve it in future videos. I know the intro is quite long today, so I apologize for this. So without wasting much of your time, let's quickly start today's story, friends. The person who sent today's story is named Hariram, and as I told you earlier, he is a bus driver by profession. So let us now listen to this story from Hariram's point of view. Friends, my name is Hariram and I am from Nagaur district of Rajasthan. I am a resident of people in the village lovingly call me Haraya. Friends, I am not a government bus driver. But a few years ago, I used to work as a bus driver in a transport company. I worked in that company for about 12 years. I have been driving a bus for 41 years, but in those 12 years, I have never faced any such incident while driving. So that I feel even a little bit of fear whether it is daytime or nighttime, but once something happened to me which after I stopped driving the bus forever, and then I went to my village and started a small business forever. Started opening a grocery shop. Even today many people ask me the reason for leaving driving, and when one day I mentioned that incident to him in the morning, and he is unable to sleep that night. Picking up factory workers and dropping them off at their homes in the evening had become a common routine for me, and now I feel like almost I had also found out the workers' home address because it had been almost 6 months since I had been bringing workers on that route. And about 1,012 laborers from every village used to travel with me in that bus every day, so because I used to drop them in front of their homes every day, I had come to know about everyone's houses, which house belonged to which laborer, and while going and coming I would meet those people. There used to be a bit of laughter and joking. Some of the workers I was friends with would come with me daily in the bus cabin. He used to sit and chat with me all the way to work in the factory, and chat like this in the evening too. And he used to go home sharing with me everything that he had done in the factory the whole day. Everything was going well, but one day suddenly in the afternoon I get a call from my village. That call was from my father. When I received his call, I come to know that my grandmother has passed away in the village. That is, my grandmother has passed away and I have to go to her home this evening. I have to reach my village first, so I immediately spoke to the contractor of my transport company and informed him about the incident. It happened at my house. I left for her village. Now, as you probably know, Nar immediately took leave. It will be that if any person dies in the house, then all the people of the house mourn for about 15 days, and that person. During the holiday season, no one goes to work nor is any auspicious work done at home, and that is why I also take a 15-day holiday. I had come to my village with rupees. Now I had to return to my work after 15 days. Well, as soon as the 15 days were over, the family. Everyone's life was slowly getting back on track, and now I too had returned to my work from my village. After I also got busy with my work. I used to bring laborers daily and drop them back to their homes just after dusk. It had been only 2 or 3 days since I had returned to work, and perhaps on the 3rd day of my return, that incident happened to me. As usual, after dusk, the workers were put on a bus and set out to drop them off at their homes. They were from the villages around the factory, whose houses were only about 20 to 25 kilometers away from the factory, and within this 22. Many men and women from an area of around 25 kilometers used to come to work in that factory. Almost everyone in my bus also came. Around 30 men and 20 women used to come to work in that factory. On that day, workers from 4 nearby villages. As soon as I get off at my bus goes towards K, and seeing this I understood that today is going to be a bad day for me. I didn't think it was going to get this bad. I thought it would take about an hour or 2 to change the tire. It will take, and by the time I drop these people and come back it will be around at night, but what could I do? I had no other option but to change it, so I started changing the tire of the bus with the help of some people sitting in the bus. Now after a lot of effort I had changed the tire of the bus, but when I looked at the time on the watch I was wearing on my hand, by that time it was 8 in the night, and now some people sitting in the bus started shouting at me that it was so late. Our family and children must be waiting for us, you should leave from here quickly, and especially the women are shouting the most. It was that, brother, you should hurry up, our children are alone at home. Now how do I explain to them that you should hurry up and take care of me yourself more than them? It was because I knew that it would be very late by the time I returned after dropping them off, and at such a late hour on the deserted roads of these villages. It was not advisable to travel at 10:08, as I had heard that robbers often commit crimes on these routes late at night. It's well I started the bus, and now after dropping everyone at their homes, I was getting ready to come back, and now it's almost. It was already empty and only 2 or 4 people were sitting there, and as soon as they reached their village, I dropped them off too. Now I thought that there is no one in the bus, and now I have to go straight to the factory, and now I leave from there and return to my bus. I was coming towards the factory when I came across a deserted road near a hill, and suddenly I heard a bus coming from behind me. A woman's voice is heard saying, "Hey Haraya, didn't you take me off today? Do you plan to take him with you?" Hearing that voice, I was startled for a moment. I thought everyone had got off the bus. It is already then whose voice is this? When I slowed down the bus a little and turned my neck to look at the back of the bus, then the bus. There was a woman sitting on the last seat at the back, but I could not see her face clearly because everyone. As soon as people got off, I switched off all the lights at the rear of the bus, then as soon as I switched on the lights at the rear of the bus, and when I turned my gaze towards her face, I looked at her and said, "Hey Suman, what are you still doing in the bus? You should have got off at the village itself." Then he told me that I was sitting at the back of the bus, and due to work fatigue I had to. I fell asleep, so I didn't even realize when I left my village behind. Actually, Suman was a woman working in that factory, which is my daily bus sync to video, so I was not too surprised to see it from there. Then I told her that today, I am already very late, and if I go to your village to drop you back, I will be very late. Then I told him to call someone in his village and call him here and then go with him, but at that time I told him this. Along with saying this, I noticed one thing, that today there was some different change in that woman, because today her behavior was very different. It was. Normally, on other days she did not speak much, and even if she spoke in simple and straightforward language. It was, but today her way of talking was a bit strange. Then I again said to her, "Hey Suman, what are you thinking at your home?" When I called, she stared at me and said, "Does that mean you won't drop me off at my village?" "Hey Haraya, you have become very intelligent these days." Saying this, the woman started laughing loudly. "Just walk slowly now." It was when suddenly a loud noise came from one side of the bus and the bus suddenly stopped at one place. It stops. While sitting in the bus, I looked out of the window and saw the front of the bus. A tire had burst, and seeing this I thought that not only the day but the entire night was going to be ruined. But along with this, when I looked at sync to video, I saw that the tire burst at such a place.
It was at where on that deserted road there was forest all around, and on one side there was that black hill. There was nothing. Then while sitting in the bus, without even looking at that woman, I told her that, "Hey Suman, the bus tire has burst now. So you'll have to call your family and have them come here because the bus can't go back to your village." And that woman. Having said this, I get down from the bus and go to the back of the bus and start checking in the trunk of the bus whether there is anything in the bus. Is there another tire lying around that I can replace the torn tire? I'm just going down and checking the tire in the trunk of the bus. It was when I felt as if someone was standing behind me, and when I suddenly turned to look at him, I saw that the same woman standing behind me, whose name was Suman and who was sitting in the bus. Seeing her standing behind me like this, I was shocked for a moment, and when I looked at her, she was staring at me in a strange, angry manner. I told her, "Hey Suman, what are you doing here? Go and sit in the bus. If any stray animal comes on this deserted road, should I save my life wrong or yours?" Then he said to me in a strange voice that, "You worry about your life, Hari. Will you be able to save your life with sync to video or not?" Now I felt a bit strange hearing this, but looking at the time of that night,
it was, and I did not pay much attention to his words, and then I told him to let me change the tire and you go and sit in the bus. I also asked her what she was doing down here. She said she thought she should help Haraya a little. Then I told him that it's okay, anyway I won't be able to lift this big bus tire alone, so you help me in lifting it. Help me out. I can take out the spare tire from the trunk of the bus and use it to lift it to the front. When I started taking it, she said to me, "Leave it Haraya, it is beyond your capacity." And then after that the woman alone started taking the tire. She picks it up and takes it to the front of the bus, and I'm really shocked to see her, not because she's taking that tire off. She lifted it to the front of the bus, but what surprised me was that she was taking that tire. She was carrying it so easily, as if someone carries a bucket of water. Then I said to her that, "Suman, what do you eat and drink that you have so much strength that you single-handedly lifted a tire that two people together couldn't lift?" Then she glared at me and said that I drink blood. "Will you also drink blood?" I thought that she was late in reaching home. She is talking nonsense and is angry. It is, and after this I put a stick under the bus and got out of the bus. I start changing the tire. I was lying under the bus and changing the tire, but after a while I saw this. I felt as if someone was holding my legs tightly. After this I tried to get out from under the bus, but I couldn't even lift my heels from their place even if I wanted to, because someone had held my feet so tightly that I couldn't move them. I was unable to even move. Then I called out loudly to that woman, "Hey Suman, where are you? Look, someone has touched my legs. I am holding you, come here and help me get out of here." Then while I was lying under the bus, I felt pain in my left ear. Someone whispers. That whisper makes me feel like someone is lying under the bus behind me, right next to me. Then suddenly I hear a voice in my ear saying, "What happened, Haraya? You?" I was frightened, and when I turned my head towards the ear from which I had heard the voice, as soon as I looked in that direction, I got a big shock, because under that bus, next to me, there was no one else but that woman Suman. It was but as soon as I looked at him and our eyes met, after that instead of helping me he started shouting loudly. She starts laughing. Now, if something like this happens to you at night in the pitch dark on a deserted road, you cannot even imagine that. What can be the condition of a person at that time, and that too when you are lying under a bus in the dark with the help of mobile light? And also, If someone is holding your legs tightly, then at such times the human brain stops working. He did not understand what to do now. Along with his laughing, his face started turning completely pale and looking at. In the blink of an eye, his face became like that of a beast, and then he covered my mouth with his hand having long nails. He pounced on me and tore my face completely, causing my face to bleed, and now my blood is flowing. Some drops of it had got on her nails, and licking them she said that it tastes good, and saying this she went under the bus. She was walking like a spider, in the same way that woman was walking. Now after seeing all this I understood. I realized that this was not Suman but some ghost, vampire or some illusion who had taken the form of Suman and trapped me here today. Now there was a strange burning sensation in the wounds on my face that she had scratched with her nails. It felt as if they were. It's like someone is applying chili powder on the wounds. I'm still trying to get out from under that bus. Suddenly, it came under the bus. The jack at the bottom is removed and it just completes from one side. The pori falls on me, due to which a loud scream comes out of my mouth. I scream and then I probably pass out, but when I open my eyes, I'm lying in a hospital bed. It was, and my entire face was bandaged except for my eyes, and along with my face, both my hands, and there were bandages on my legs as well. At that time I could only see a nurse in that room, but then I could not say anything with my mouth. I couldn't speak because I had a tube in my mouth. I was also feeling like, then seeing me regaining consciousness, the nurse informed the doctors. I called him, and after some time my family members also reached there and took me to my home after recovering from the hospital after about 2 months. Then when my family feels a little better, they ask me what happened to me. I also had a lot of things to ask my family, but first I told them everything that happened to me, and then I asked them. I wonder how I survived that day. Then my family members told me that when you were writhing in pain under the bus, then shortly after a person was passing by synced to video who was walking on foot and singing bhajan songs on top of that black hill. He was going to the temple of the mother goddess that was built. Those people, taking that group from a long distance, were going towards that black hill to worship that mother goddess. They saw you writhing in pain under the bus on the way, and they took you to the hospital, and the hospital staff passed on your information to us at home because of the information found in the papers in your pocket. If those same people had not come even a little late that day, you would have died that day. Even when you were brought to the hospital, you would still be alive. You were almost dead. It was the blessings of Mother Goddess and the hard work of the doctors that saved your life, otherwise your condition would have been worse. It was so serious that there was no chance of your survival, and that is why you were in coma for the last 4 months. Now hearing this, I was momentarily shocked to realize that I had been lying dead in the same hospital bed for the past 4 months. So it felt like all this happened to me just last night, but I didn't know it had been 4 months since that sentence happened. Has passed. But later, when the family members inquired from the factory owner and the people around that village, we came to know that when my grandmother passed away and I had come home on a 15-day leave, during this time that woman named Suman, the woman who used to work in that factory and used to travel in my bus, had died due to some disease. Then it came to my mind. A question arose that if she was not Suman, then who was she? Then the family members inquired from the villagers nearby and came to know that she. There is a deception on the road that disguises itself as a disguise and misleads those who travel late at night, and it does not immediately take them away. He kills them, rather he kills them by torturing them. The more he torturing them, the more he enjoys it. Earlier also many such accidents had happened on this road, but no one survived in those accidents. I was the first person who he survived the accident, and that too probably because of the blessings of that mother goddess. If those Sang people had not come thereon, then perhaps I would not have been alive today to tell this story. So friends, this was our story today. How did you like the story? Please do let me know by commenting in the comment box. I am leaving now, just take care of yourself and your family. Keep it at, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe to the channel. This small gesture of yours is a great gift. Collaboration encourages us to bring you sync to video or